Right, we're all talking about New England squad. Well, Carsley's the New England manager. We knew that right from day one. He's going to be, yes man's going to get the job till the World Cup. Midfield is the problem. Who are we going to play in that midfield? Everyone's got their arguments. Look how many players there are that are quality players. We got Foden, we got Palmer, we got Manu, we got Rice, we got Bellingham. You know, you got Gordon, you got Saka, and then we know that he loves Gibbs White and he loves Gomez, and then you got Arnold. You play him on the right, you play him on the as fullback, play him in the middle. Well, with all those midfield players, I'm sorry, I don't think Arnold gets in before Palmer, Foden, Rice, or Bellingham. That's my honest opinion. So what you have to do is make a decision first. Are we going to have the same problem as we had with Gerrard and what's his name, Lampard, where we had a golden generation and it never worked? The two of them never worked well together. They either couldn't play with each other or we had the wrong system. Simple as that. And trying to play eventually Gerrard wide was wrong. I know he did it, and he did it for Liverpool a few times. It wasn't his best position. Gerrard was the better player in my opinion. In the middle, doesn't matter. We're talking about now. Right, let's make a decision. What are you going to play? You're going to play three at the back, three in the front, wing backs. Okay, are Palmer and Foden going to be able to play in the same team? Can you play Palmer, Foden and Gordon in the same team? Seriously, that is great. We're looking 2 years' time for the World Cup. Forget the National League or Nations League. You know, that's great, want to win it. But this is the time to look. Sorry, personally, I think you ought to play with wingers. We know Carsley likes playing with wingers. Simple as that. I mean, so you know he likes playing with a centre forward. Well, regretfully, look ahead 2 years' time. Kane's going to be too old in 2 years' time, whatever. So Solanke or Watkins, unless somebody else comes along, are one of those players who've got to play that centre forward role. It's whether you want somebody big, strong up front with quick wingers who can supply him, or whether you want somebody who's quick like Watkins, can turn, get behind players. Personally, I'd go for Solanke up front. I'm going to go with the players that I think are the best players and see how they play first. I'd put Gordon on the left. I think he's dynamic, he attacks, he's got speed, you know, he goes for it. He's going to put defences under major pressure and they're going to get shaky every time he gets the ball, pull back. And, you know, that's going to give room for our midfield players to get through. I'd play Gordon on the left, there's no doubt about that. And I'd play Saka because, honestly, whatever you guys say, Saka on the right, he absolutely is really looking, he's only 23, just. Guys, think of his age and what he's doing. Hardly ever loses the ball, always makes the right decisions. I think scores more goals than anyone in that England side apart from Kane at the moment. I think so. Anyway, that's what I'd play. I'd play Saka and Gordon with Solanke up front. That's what I'd do. And then I'd play a triangle in the middle. I'd be telling Gordon and Saka, which Saka does. I'm not so sure about Gordon. They've got to play wing backs. They've got to, when we haven't got the ball, they've got to get back. In the middle, I would play Foden just behind, Solanke. That's what I'd do. I'd play Palmer in the middle to the right so he can overlap Saka, give Saka support. That's what he's doing for Chelsea. He's playing in that middle of the park. Play him in the middle of the park alongside Bellingham. Can you imagine Palmer and Bellingham in the middle of a triangle with Foden in front of them, and how Foden can come back and defend when we haven't got the ball? Seriously, those guys could make little triangles and lay it off to the wingers. It sounds invincible to me. And Rice at the back of that triangle. That's what I would do. That's my team. And then at the back, regretfully, Kyle Walker is not going to be there in 2 years' time. He's got to go. And so, I'm sorry, Kyle Walker is out. And then, therefore, I play Gui. You've got to play Gui. I mean, he's just super fast. And then to the right and to the left of him, that's where I find difficulties. At the moment, I'd be looking at Collywell and I'd be looking at Trent Arnold as left and right fullbacks. But left and right fullbacks, which are more sort of centre halves, they've got to make sure that, you know, they are are good defenders. They defend defenders. If anybody lays it over the top, they're going to be there. Trent Arnold worries me a little bit with balls over the top because he pushes into the middle. And I think he's not going to get into that team when you've got Bellingham, Palmer, Foden, Rice in the middle. I'm sorry, I just don't. So I'm trying to make room for him at that right fullback spot where he played for Liverpool originally. You know, when they won the league, he was great there. I think he's got to start defending a bit better, and he can still put lay balls over and through balls, and with Saka and Palmer to his right. My God, what a team that would be. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? It sounds great to me. What a triangle that would make. Football chat uncensored. Reno talking. Here we go.